What's good, Ravens fans? Welcome to the Ravens Space. It's your boy Jason, and today I want to talk about the most disappointing player on the Baltimore Ravens, Odafe Oweh. And for this, we go to Reddit. Shout out to Reddit. Again, if you guys are not a part of that community, first become part of this community by subscribing to the Ravens Space, and then go be a part of that community. There's great people there, so let's jump right into it. So, guys, I want to get into this, and I'm gonna read it. At this point, what is the consensus on Oweh? His snaps are declining. He is getting outplayed by everyone. I'm curious to see what happens when Ojabo starts playing. So before we go into the numbers, I want to reiterate this. I called this a couple of weeks ago after I was wrong. Beginning of the season, guys, I said he was going to be the breakout player. Oweh was going to break out and be that pass rusher we all wanted. I was excited. You guys know, beginning of the season, you can get excited. However, a couple of weeks ago, I started saying, wait a minute, Justin Houston's outplaying him, right? Every person who rushes the quarterback is outplaying him. JPP, old, came off the pine, wasn't even on a team, just don't got a finger. You know, if you guys know, he blew his finger off. He's outplaying him. Everyone's outplaying him, and there's something wrong because he's more physically talented than everybody else. Now, let's get to the numbers so you guys can actually see what I'm saying and what other people have been seeing as well. So, guys, you can see here, Odafe Oweh, JPP, Houston, and Bowser. Look at the snap counts right now. Again, remember that Pierre-Paul and Bowser were not here at the beginning of the year because they were either hurt or were free agents. Look at Oweh, 81% of the snaps. Steadily. Look how steadily it goes down. Down, 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 down. And then let's look at week 6 too, because that seems to be the point where it breaks from, hey, you're a starter to, hey, you're a backup, right? He goes from 55 snaps to 37 snaps. But here's the interesting thing, guys. Some people might say, oh, well, he's only doing that because there's other people who can play in this position. Actually, Justin Houston played 0 snaps because he was injured. Bowser, 0 snaps. So what this really means, guys, is that JPP took his job. That's what happened. JPP, they was like, listen, you're good enough to do this. You're gonna play there. We're going to put other people around you in the pass rushing scenarios, and that's just what it's going to be. Now, look as the year continues, it gets lower and lower. Last week, he was at 35% of the snaps. Every single pass rusher played more than he did. Guys, this is alarming. This is frightening. This is scary. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Odafe Oweh has so many tools. I need a reason that he is not playing well. I need somebody to tell me that he just doesn't have the hunger. He doesn't have the moves. He doesn't have something. Now, again, when I watch, I don't see a lot of moves, to be honest. I see bull rush, and I see a swipe down trying to get to the outside. That's all I see. I see him miss tackles one-on-one now, more than he did last year. I also see that he can't get to those runners on the edge, which he used to be able to do last year. Those, to me, will point to injury, but no one has said anything about an injury, so it's unfair for me to say that because I don't do that for other players who aren't playing well, right? Y'all, if y'all on this channel, y'all hear me roast Marcus Peters every now and then when he gets beat. And he's actually coming off a major injury, right? So there has to be something. At this rate, guys, he will not be on our team when his contract is up. And he might get traded just to get a player that's better. Because right now, it's just not going well. And of course, he can't be traded this season, but I'm talking about in the offseason and next season. We're going to have to address a pass rusher. Now, it matters what Ojabo is. If Ojabo is great, and Ojabo played at Michigan with our defensive coordinator, Mike McDonald. So if Ojabo is great, then this thing changes up a little bit, right? If Ojabo is great, then Oweh just becomes a regular guy that we really don't need. He just becomes kind of a piece, right? He let his contract expire. You're not really paying him that much anyway. Everyone's happy. Everyone's good to go. Now, I want to actually get to some comments, guys, because I'm a man of the people, and I hope you guys are too. So let's see what some of the comments on Reddit says. Uh, okay, the Kind Chemist, great name, says, Owe doesn't appear to throw any moves at the man blocking him. I guess he isn't responding to coaching and therefore is losing snaps. At the same time, Owe gets asked to do puzzling stuff. I've watched him jam crossing receivers, and he literally played man coverage against Deontay Johnson at one point yesterday. I understand some positions within schemes will actually do several things, but clearly he isn't responding well to what he's being asked to do. So for this, guys, what I would say, and I'm going to scroll up because there's a curse word there, so I don't want to keep it there that long. But what I will say is that it's the scheme, right? Because he is spying, I believe, Tyus Bowser. And Tyus does all those crazy things. We know he's really good at doing all those things. He can rush with the best players on our team. He can also drop back in coverage. He goes man to man, side to side. Doesn't have to do it as much now that he had to do it last year because we happen to have two linebackers, middle linebackers, who are playing so great that they're making tackles everywhere. But that's just what the scheme is. So unfortunately, it's not great for Odafe Oweh, but for Tyus Bowser, it's a great scheme. So let's go to the next one. We're only going to do a couple of them. I'm not going to keep you guys long. So this one, Kuya Play Doctor says, I guess they're trying to take advantage of his athleticism in other ways since he isn't getting to the quarterback. I agree with that. And that was a response to this first comment here. Let me try to go to a brand new one here. All right, let's go to this one here. It's some guy says, Butico, it's lining up perfectly for him to show up in his contract year, then leave the league in sacks elsewhere. So that's a comment on some of the players that the Ravens have in the past, like Matt Judon and different things like that. Yeah, what you gonna do, right? I think even players like, if you guys remember, Paul Kruger, I believe his name was, he did a similar thing. The guy who was in Minnesota, I think now he's in Green Bay. He's doing a similar thing, or it could be the opposite way. He was in Green Bay, now he's in Minnesota. I forgot his name, but he's going to be on our team this year, doing a similar thing. Let's see again. We'll see one more comment. And let's say for Alistair Pennison, I'm sure Tyus Bowser and Matt Judon were asked to do the same thing at times over the years. Okay, so it's just responding to the different schemes. Oh yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. It's a scheme thing. It's a scheme thing. There's nothing you can do about that, right? When it comes to these different schemes. So I'm gonna do one more. If all these are responses to the other one. Oh, okay, here we go. Woe Jr. 2002 says, we can only look at what he's done so far, and it's not looking good. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. Hopefully he gets better, but there's not much else to say, LOL. So again, we all have the same thoughts here as Ravens fans. It's just not, it's not great. We have nothing from him, and it's just not been a great thing. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you guys, and go Ravens.